Hello everyone and welcome to my reaction to the finale of season 2 of Good Omens. So I feel like there's going to be a fight. I mean, I hope and assume we will figure out finally what actually happened to Gabriel and all of that and the mystery behind all of that. But I feel like it's going to be pretty intense before we even get into that. So, you know, let's buckle up and get through this. Let's go.
Will you just answer a simple question?
If I hear one, of course. This way, please.
So why were we all dancing?
I thought it might make you realise that Maggie loved you. And then you would fall in love with her. It all looks so simple in Jane Austen.
Oh boy.
Going to let us in whether you will like it or not.
Not. You are not welcome here.
Damn. Okay, Aziraphale.
You're a demon. I can't just. Do you know how much trouble I'll get into for this?
It's fine.
You know, like a murder hornet or a snake.
Mate.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. I don't mind it.
You don't frighten me. I had brothers. You don't scare me by making faces.
Okay.
I'm done with being scared.
Please, Maggie.
Damn, throw him up.
She's not embarrassing herself. She's braver than anyone I know.
Two cowards.
Oh.
And you'll live, and then you'll die, and nobody.
Sheesh.
You want to come in here and say that to my face?
Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, great.
I am perfectly prepared to take defensive action should it become necessary. Stay back.
Oh. Okay.
You can all leave now, and nobody will be hurt.
Oh, he goes to leave. Oh my, well.
You'll be hurt.
I'm helping you, aren't I?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Into so much trouble.
Oh.
It's all confidential. How should you do that?
I haven't always been a demon, and they never change their passwords.
Damn. Let's go. Wow. Woo! Wow, they keep trying though. That's something.
Walking into the circle forever, even demons aren't that stupid.
Time and the world is over, and we begin eternity.
Nah.
Now,
Yep. Nah.
now to the final victory of heaven on earth. May I ask why you're not seeing it?
Surely.
Why?
I told you you could ask. However, I am the
Oh,
first
shit.
one of Armageddon, the sequel, that's a nah. What's next on the agenda?
Oh! Wow! These demon numbers are dwindling right now.
They had a sort of trial.
It was a real trial.
Oh!
It didn't take long, though. Hello, Crowley.
Muriel,
You're the last person I'd expect to see.
collaborating with the enemy.
Uh-oh.
Give us Gabriel. Give him to us now.
Sometimes people call me Gabriel.
And you are henceforth removed from office.
I see, you're casting me down to hell. Well, I accept my fate. Sometimes an angel just has to say, guys, enough.
For one prince of heaven to be cast into the outer darkness makes a good story. For it to happen twice makes it look like there is some kind of institutional problem.
Well, that's pretty good, actually. I'm 37th class. I didn't know that there was one down.
I see, well, just one thing.
Adorable.
These clothes. Got it. Well, I'll just need to take off my clothes and clean out my desk then.
You have a desk.
Yes, I do.
Can we throw books at them?
I'd rather you didn't.
But encyclopedias? It's all online these days anyway.
Oh, if you must.
Oh no! Oh, it's gonna hurt his heart. Oh my goodness!
Desperate measures must be taken.
Uh-oh.
I haven't done this since the Great War.
His halo! Oh, is it about to fuck them up? Holy shit!
I may have just started a war.
What just
Oh
happened?
no.
I think your friend just declared war on hell. This could get very messy.
Oh, probably.
Right. I did the thing with the halo. What? I did the thing with the halo.
You blew up your halo. Oh, hell, like that.
Oh boy. Oh shit.
Nice job, Shax.
Gabriel, he's here.
Sometimes people call me Gabriel.
I just love that he keeps saying that.
It's a cardboard box.
Oh, there we go. Thought that's what you were doing.
What was I doing?
I am in the fly. What fly?
Oh my goodness!
Beelzebub.
Well, nobody could find you. This is where you were keeping all your memories. All your you.
Oh, is it gonna go into his eye? Oh my, okay. Oh.
Well, at least we know whose fault it is.
Aw, fun little flashback.
Armageddon. That was a complete and utter pain in the ass.
I know, but we are ready for round 2.
As are we.
Everyone in heaven is all like, well, you're the commander-in-chief. Can't you just make the war happen anyway? Like I make the rules.
That's exactly what my lot said.
Well,
I love them
someone who
bonding.
understands. Instead of Armageddon, what about?
The song.
I like it. Contains information in a tuneful way.
Then I also like it.
Oh no.
No need to ever meet again, is there?
None whatsoever.
But yet they do? Oh.
That song will always be here on that jukebox to comfort the afflicted.
Oh my
I
gosh.
should give you something. Here, it's for you. You never know when you'll need it. It's a container, so it's bigger on the inside. You can put things in it.
Not bigger on the inside. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Bye-bye.
No one's ever given me anything before.
You.
Oh my goodness.
I just found something that mattered more to me than choosing sides.
Oh!
Nice knowing you both. Let's say goodbye forever and pretend none of this ever happened, yeah?
Okay. Oh!
Where did you come from?
Could you nip down the minimart and pick me up some cream, oat milk, soy milk, and almond milk?
I'm on it.
Oh!
I've had quite enough of this.
Mm.
You will speak, one at a time.
Why don't we ask them where they'd like to go?
Oh, this is ridiculous.
No, there are precedents.
And I would like to be with Beelzebub. Where Beelzebub is my heaven.
And where you are, my sweet, is forever my hell.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
it's
this
Taurus
is
knows.
just
Always wanted to go there.
so
Got the
lovely.
decent planets, no nightlife to speak of.
It's a getting closer.
Going faster than a roller coaster.
Love like yours will
Surely come my way.
Oh my goodness! It's so beautiful!
They don't ever ask for death, no.
No, I don't suppose they do. So predictable.
I am authorized to remove the name of anyone.
That's making me
not
nervous, but
Gabriel,
okay.
From the Book of Life. In the absence of Gabriel, I am the Supreme Archangel.
Duty of the
And I
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I must interrupt you there. Oh, the Metatron. Correct. This draws much less attention, though. Right, you, back to heaven, spit spots, not another word.
Have we done anything wrong?
Well, that remains to be seen, does it not? Well, go on, off you go, the lot of you.
Oh boy.
Except the dim one.
I've made my position quite clear.
Yeah, well, I brought you a coffee from the shop. It's an oat milk.
Go on. They can't get any weirder.
I am a little nervous. Oh.
We need a little us time. After all this, I think we are going for an extremely alcoholic breakfast.
Brilliant idea. You and your partner have been messing about in our lives.
Mm.
We're not a game. When I'm ready, I hope, she'll be there, but there isn't any guarantee.
Oh.
That means you're not helping Angel. You're the hard-bitten one who can't trust anyone ever again, and Mr. Wherever he is the soft one who still believes in magic and people being basically good and all that.
Because you and Mr. Fell don't ever talk to each other.
We talk all the time. We've been talking for millions of
Oh.
years.
Oh, I might cry.
You never say what you're really thinking. That was all we needed. It's what you two need as well.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry!
Well then, go and tell your friend the good news.
What's the good news? Okay. Oh.
I've got something to say. I know we ought to be talking now. It's probably best if I start off doing all the talking, you do all the listening, because I don't start talking now, I won't ever start talking.
And he asked what I thought should take over in heaven now that Gabriel was gone. And I said,
Michael? Oh, don't be silly. There's only one candidate who makes even the
To be fair, I do think that's a bad choice.
And that's you.
and I said, me?
And I will need you to run them. You are just the angel for the job.
Oh.
I don't want to go back to heaven.
I see that in quite a few of them you formed a de facto partnership with the demon Crowley. Now, if you wanted to work with him again, that might be considered irregular, but it would certainly be within your jurisdiction.
Wow.
So your
Come back to heaven and everything.
And you told him just where he could stick it then?
Not at all. Well, it's the side of truth, of light, of good.
When heaven ends life here on earth, it'll be just as dead as if hell ended it.
Yes.
Tell me you said no.
Oh god.
If I'm in charge, I can make a difference.
Oh. Oh no.
Okay. Right, I didn't get a chance to say what I was going to say. I think I'd better say it now. I can always rely on you. You can always rely on me. We're a team, a group. Group of the two of us. And we've spent our existence pretending that we aren't. And I would like to spend... I mean, if Gabriel and Beelzebub can do it, go off together, then we can. Just the two of us. We don't need heaven, we don't need hell, they're toxic.
You can make a difference. You can't leave this book. Nothing lasts forever.
No. No, I suppose it does.
Oh my god.
Look, Crowley, come back to heaven.
work with me. We can be together. Angels. Doing good. I need you.
Oh
Then there's nothing more to say. Listen. Hear that?
I don't hear anything.
That's the point.
I forgive you.
Don't bother.
Oh my god!
My bookshop.
Yes, well, for now, I've entrusted it to Muriel. So it should be in good hands.
I think
Oh my god, Aziraphale.
nothing at all.
No! Oh my god! No pun intended.
Well, I can't think of a better angel to wrap things up. An angel who is familiar with how they do things on Earth. We call it the second coming.
Oh god. Oh my god, no! That's not how we end it! Oh god, oh god. Okay, I literally had to take a moment and collect myself after that. It's so interesting at the end of that whole episode. I don't think I said much. I mean, I'd have to watch my reaction back while I edit it, but because I don't know, I was just feeling very present and my heart was getting ripped out and all sorts of stuff, but we'll get into that. Okay, I want to talk about kind of the rest of the episode first. There's a lot of things that I did really, really love about this episode. You know what I love? You know, in the first season, I feel like I love that this show is about these grand things, you know, the end of the world or a fight between heaven and hell. And in general, it typically gets resolved by something, I don't necessarily want to say simple, but something very human that seems minuscule, but would have like a lot of significance to each individual person. But, you know, at the end of season 1, we have, you know, a kid basically being like, "You're not my dad," and that sort of like solves everything. Then in this one, it's kind of a love story. I mean, it's so between Gabriel and Beelzebub. That's the answer we're searching for. What is going on and everything. And I really love that. First of all, I love, there were a lot of paralleling relationships with Aziraphale and Crawley throughout this season, but I kind of loved that there was such an interesting explanation to everything that went down. And it wasn't just the fact that they had this, like, you know, ability to feel for each other, or, you know, a compassion brewing for each other, but it genuinely was also, they were both kind of in respect for each other and I guess humanity and stuff like that, not really wanting to end the world as well. And I thought that that was really kind of an interesting flashback sequence that Gabriel had. I also loved the reveal of all of it. I believe I said, I might be wrong, but I believe that I said that it might be something on the box as opposed to in the box in my reaction. So I love that there was something written on the box that kind of gave a clue, you know. I love that it was a fly, which ended up, you know, being a gift from Beelzebub, and that it kind of was, it all got sort of brought up, and the amount of times that, you know, Jim or Gabriel kind of brought up a fly just in conversation. I really liked that whole reveal. I thought they did a great job with that. I also would love to talk briefly about Nina and Maggie and the resolution to all of that. I like how they ended it with them, in the sense of, I like that they established that yes, there's a connection there, there's feelings there, but also sometimes it's not the right time to just force people together if, you know, that's not really what their lives call for at this given moment in time. You know, Nina, she doesn't, I don't think she really wants to make Maggie feel like a rebound. I also think that she wants to, like, get herself together, from what I can tell. And I'll say I can't really judge that relationship too much that she was in, because we didn't really see it. We don't really know how it got to that point. For me personally, that would be very exhausting to deal with, those types of messages. But you know, we're all different with stuff. However, it felt like it got to a toxic place no matter how it got there. And I think she's better off releasing it and moving on. You know, just in general, like, sometimes there is a need for more peace of mind and relief. And I'm very happy with how they handled that. I'm also happy with how they had that conversation with Crowley. And so I guess we'll get to this point. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. Okay, so, you know, it was so interesting to see Crowley have this sort of realization, and I feel like it started in the last episode, you know, when Nina made a comment about, you know, him and Aziraphale being together and all of that. I loved that it seemed to be kind of a brewing in his mind, you know what I mean? And there's something about that, particularly with Crowley. He always wants to find the truth. He's always searching for answers. And as soon as that seed gets planted, I think there's a really strong possibility that he then, you know, might have ruminated on it a little bit, maybe in the back of his mind, maybe not right there. You know, there's a lot going on these last couple of episodes, but that, like, oh, it might actually be something more, and that's something that maybe I can address with myself first, and then obviously, you know, sitting down with both Nina and Maggie and kind of having them sort of impart this wisdom to him about maybe his feelings. And by the way, I just feel like, you know, somebody like Crowley and Aziraphale, their existence is on such a grand scheme of things for a good majority of their relationship, right? That I feel like they don't even, like, think about it in those plain, or, you know, I don't mean to say simple terms, but, you know, I even know some people that don't like kind of putting what they want to call their relationship into, like, a specific box or whatever, but I don't think he even really thought about it in that way. But I think once it gets presented to him, there's sort of this element, well, like, of course I love him and he loves me. So obviously that leads us to something that was terribly, terribly painful to watch. Okay. David Tennant in that scene was just phenomenal. You could tell that this was somebody who kind of struggles with being vulnerable. As much as I do think, if I can say this, I think Crawley is fairly self-aware and honest with himself about some things. I don't think he was really needing to define his relationship other than he had strong feelings for Aziraphale before that. But, you know, I always think he's pretty honest with himself. I think he's fairly self-aware. However, I don't think it's very easy for him to give that vulnerability to anyone, even the man that he, or the angel he loves the most, you know? So that is a painful scene on that end, because he's laying it all out there. And he's even, you can see he's like working up the courage to say something to Aziraphale, and that kind of gets slightly derailed. And, you know, I think there's something that was really frustrating from Crawley's perspective, that throughout this season, and last season, but throughout this season, we see Crawley basically show Aziraphale, you know, over and over again, like, it's not about what heaven says is good, it's about what you yourself believe to be good, or believe to be true, or believe to be moral, you know? And there are gray areas and stuff like that. It's not as simple as heaven good, hell bad. And to see Aziraphale kind of want to go back into that world, it's hurtful to him. Because he's saying, you know, fuck you to hell. I don't know why I'm pointing behind me, like hell's back there, but, you know. And it's hurtful and possibly very frustrating to see Aziraphale kind of have that mentality. And it seems in that scene like he's laying it all out there. He's being as vulnerable. He's letting brick by brick that wall down that he has built up, that he has this sort of defensive demeanor about him that I feel like he always has. You know, how many times throughout this season where somebody tried to give him a compliment, like, you're nice, you're kind, you're a good person, whatever, and he's just like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, you know? And there is defenses up. And it was a significant moment for him to let them down. And for it to not be received necessarily. Listen, Crawley loves Aziraphale, Aziraphale loves Crawley, and I think they're both very aware of that. You know, I don't think there was a feeling of rejection in the sense of, are my feelings reciprocated? I think it was more about, what do we do going forward, right? And, you know, especially after seeing Gabriel and Beelzebub, Crawley is like, we can do that. And I want nothing more than to just go off and live in our own little world together. And obviously Aziraphale wanted to be together as well, but to go upstairs. Now, I want to talk about Aziraphale as well. I really could see where both of them were coming from. And the line that really got to me from Aziraphale's side was when he said, but with me in charge, or me up there, I can make a difference. And there is something really true, you know, there's something about, you know, I say that Crawley always tries to get to the truth of the matter. Aziraphale, his nature is to always try to do the right thing and to lead with compassion and help. And he sees this as an opportunity that he can do that. Is there a naive nature in that? Yes, of course. I mean, that's, I think, why Crawley's so frustrated. He's like, dude, heaven has showed us time and time again that they cannot be trusted. Like, I don't know why in the world would you want to go there when you could just be with me, you know? And, but it is interesting because I do also believe that one of the things that Crawley loves most about Aziraphale is this nature to always want to do the right thing, to care so much, to have this compassion. And Aziraphale sees this as a great opportunity to do that, not just himself, but he wants to bring Crowley along. Because Crowley, yes, has helped show him that it is more from what's in you about, oh my God, I lost how I was going to phrase that. Like it's more about your vision of what's right and wrong, not what a bunch of rules tell you, right? And I love that there was still an element of him being like, no, Crawley, come with me. But and I think he was honestly genuinely kind of taken aback because he was going into this being like, this is a great opportunity for us together. And that is not what Crawley wanted or trusted, right? And I found that to be really, really interesting of a difference between them. And they're both in some regards staying true to who they are, but something that I found really, really interesting throughout that scene, excuse me, was Aziraphale. It felt like it was hitting Aziraphale all at once. And as one of my favorite lines in the first season, Aziraphale said to Crowley, "You go too fast for me, Crowley." And that scene was very fast. Now, it wasn't. Okay? Everything happening in that scene, this offer to go up to heaven, let's be real, could be sketchy. Is sketchy. But not just that. That's a lot to take in. But then Crowley being very vulnerable, honest about his feelings, and even kissing Aziraphale. And it's the love is there, the connection is there. And this sounds super cheesy, but I see them as soulmates, and I don't mean that as in like, I don't know, soulmate is such a term that gets flung around a lot, but I feel like these two are like tethered at their soul. They complete one another is what I mean. That sounds really like corny, but like that's how I feel about these two characters. They complete one another and they become their best selves around one another. The connection and the love is, in my opinion, not in question here, right? It's about where both of them want to go with this connection. And it's so interesting because in some regards, if you followed my channel for a while and you know a little bit about my personality and things that I've talked about, pretty sure this won't shock you in any kind of way. However, I feel a lot of how Aziraphale acts in certain situations I can relate to. And when he said, "You go too fast for me," I totally understood that in the sense of like, and this scene really bringing it back up. You know, whenever I get faced with any sort of emotional, I'll say bombardment, but any sort of like heightened emotional state, whether it's, somebody coming at me with that, my own emotions boiling up, anything like that, I get really quiet. I just like, and I feel almost paralyzed until I can process what's happening. There's a reason, I don't mean to talk about myself, but I swear I'm going somewhere with this. There's a reason that I feel like I'm really good at analyzing characters and their thoughts and their feelings. I feel like I like to analyze feelings more than I am comfortable feeling them. And I think I just kind of could understand where Aziraphale was in that moment, where he just needed to process it, but he had no time to. And in that last shot where they're running the credits, I was watching, and both actors, brilliant. I love both of them so much. I was a little focused on Aziraphale in that moment. I mean, yes, David Tennant had the glasses on while he was driving and everything like that, but Aziraphale, it looked like everything was settling in. And I've had that happen to me so many times, where you start to then think about everything that just got laid in front of you. And you feel like you made the right decision, but now you can tell that you're forcing a smile. He's forcing a smile. He's not happy. He's going through, he just possibly left and lost the man that he loves, the demon that he loves the most in this universe. And that's sinking in. And it was just, that was really getting to me. I mean, both, it was tragic. And I love whenever a show can really put a nuance into a scene like that, that is, you can feel your heart bleed for both of the characters. Because they're both, you can understand where both are coming, at least I can, but, and it just breaks my heart. But I do believe that Aziraphale will probably regret that in the long run. And not just because I think Heaven is up to shady business, which obviously. But I will say this, in his defense, because, in Crawley's defense, Heaven has absolutely proved that they cannot be trusted. In Aziraphale's defense, I do believe that if anybody was going to help set it right, it would be the two of them. Okay? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay. But really, it was heartbreaking to watch. And I loved the rest of the episode as well. I thought it was really well done. Really, really well done. But it did end on a very heartbreaking note. But at the same time, it was such a human note to have, so much love for someone, so much history and past and care for someone, and to have different viewpoints on what direction you go on. It really affected me, and I honestly tried not to say much. One, because I was just taking it all in, but also I just didn't want to talk over anything significant, and I figured I could talk to you guys about the scene. I do want to say, this is just in general, but this is my initial reaction to the episode, my initial reaction to the scene. I just want to remind you guys, this isn't directed at my Good Omens subscribers over anybody else, but just sometimes in general, when you guys have rewatched a show over and over and over again, you obviously get more insights than when you first watched it. It's the same with us. I might pick up on some more nuances when I edit this and everything like that. And I'm I'm not excited to edit it because that probably means I'm going to cry again, but I'm excited to see it again and to kind of dive more in my mind to the, I don't know how else to say it, but the nuances of the scene, the complexity of this relationship. I wanted to just say that I'm really proud and happy that the show like did like blatantly put it out there that this is a romantic relationship and there's love and there's care. I think most of us knew it, but it's nice that they put it out there. But what I wanted to say is, you know, I sometimes when reactors or people are just giving their initial thoughts on things, they may not be as well thought out as maybe, you know, somebody who's seen it a bunch of times. So just keep that in mind. This is just my initial reaction. And I do know the significance of the scene and the beauty of the scene, and the tragedy of the scene all in one. But I think I'll even have more thoughts when I watch it again. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, I think that's about it. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.